Hey, this is Greg Johnson with Blue Book Services, and welcome to this week's Week in Review, joined as always by Pamela Riemenschneider. And Pamela, on the road again, but still in Texas.
Still in Texas. I'm in Grapevine, Texas at Viva Fresh. Things got kicked off this morning with golf, which unfortunately I couldn't play this year. So I used my time to store check instead.
Well, weren't there two golf tournaments because it's so popular?
Yes, they actually extended the golf tournaments, and I'm super bummed I didn't get to play this year because the prize, also in addition to money, was this like swagger belt buckle that I really just thought was amazing. So I'm kind of bummed didn't get to play. I'm on the injured list this year. So instead, I took my time. And they also had a wine outing, which I also could not attend this year. So instead, I decided to go store checking in my own state. But
And
my good
Texas
friend John,
wines are world class.
um, some say they are world
No,
class.
no one says it. It's there is world class as Missouri wines.
I mean, I'm sure that plenty of people in my home state of Missouri have had plenty of good times drinking Missouri wines. Um, but let's just not say that you're not there for the taste experience, perhaps.
So what are you
Uh,
expecting to come out of Viva Fresh this year?
um, I think enthusiasm for the in-show experience, the in-person experience, of course. They're looking at some educational sessions that have got some legislative updates. Those are always popular with a lot of the import stuff that goes on, import export. Everybody wants to know what's going on as far as any snags or holdups at the border. And really just a packed show floor. I mean, this hotel is sold out. I found that out yesterday accidentally. So, a big crowd is what I'm expecting. I did, though, on my store check adventure, as a Texan, you wouldn't think that any of this would be novel for me, but I saw a couple of stores that I hadn't seen before. I went to one of those US Foods chef stores. That was one of the ones that was on my list. John and I decided to go check it out, and um, they need to work on produce. I'm just going to be mean about it. Everything was at 35 degrees pretty much, including mangoes and avocados and tomatoes. They were all cramped into one room. It was kind of like a Smart and Final Extra, only with less attention paid to produce. So it's a new concept for U.S. foods. I think they maybe can spend some time tweaking that. But the big winner was, and this is something that's new in DFW. I thought I spent some time at HEB, but these new North Texas HEBs are a whole different breed. They have a merch department that reminded me of Buc-ee's. You can get stickers and koozies and T-shirts and stuff like if you want a fangirl HEB, you got to go to this one here in Plano. It was crazy. It was crazy. I've never seen anything
Well,
like it.
speaking of which, a couple weeks ago we had that story about Aldi releasing all their merch, like tracksuits and shirts and windbreakers and all that stuff. I happened to go in accidentally the day that they came into the store, and the whole shelf was totally bare. I was in there around lunchtime, and the clerk said 20 to 30 people were lined up outside of the Aldi in my neighborhood, and when it opened they ran in like it was Black Friday and cleared it out except for socks and slides. That was the
I
only
bet
thing that
you,
was there 2 or 3 hours later. Everything was gone,
and
he said. It was unbelievable.
then they resold it on eBay
Probably.
because that reeks of someone reselling something on Dead Stock or eBay or something like that. That is crazy. I did pick up a few things from the HEB merch department. I will reveal them at a later date, but that store is their typical concept of the flagship concept. It had the True Texas barbecue. John and I had lunch there. It was legit barbecue. Um,
I
and then
believe that, absolutely.
walking around the store, what I saw, and I pointed this out, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed, is that HEB removed hot food. So fried chicken, sides, anything like that, not there anymore. And instead, they've got the meal simple stuff, and they've got meal simple that's by category, like Italian or Mexican or American food, and then they have plant-based and low carb and breakfast, and all these different things are these take and eat meals. And that is what has replaced their deli department. On the other hand, the Market Street, which is the United Supermarket, which is the Safeway Albertsons that we went and saw also in Plano, had a huge, huge deli department with a lot of people lined up to get their fried chicken hot lunch. And so it just really shows that they're catering to the different demographics. And HEB has decided, you know what, we don't need the lunchers. If they want to get lunch at HEB, they can come eat barbecue. But anything else, they're going to have to take and bake and eat on their own.
Well, that's market differentiation. That's what you like to see, right?
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that. And then we went to one of the central markets, and they do still have the hot food at Central Market, but definitely different focus. Definitely ran into a lot of different produce people out there doing their own store checks as well. So kind of a fun experience.
Well, on your drive home, if you stop by a Chick-fil-A, you will not be able to get a side salad. Well, actually, this
Ah,
weekend, Saturday, you will. They're closed Sunday, and April 3rd is Monday. And our story today reveals that they are discontinuing the side salad at Chick-fil-A.
I mean, really? That kind okay, so McDonald's did it first. McDonald's filled the salad. They just weren't doing a very good job of it, or they must not be selling very many of them. You know who's not getting rid of salads? Wendy's. And you know what's going on with salads at Wendy's? They just launched all of their like new flavors for the summer, and they make theirs fresh in-house at each different store. My nephew used to work at Wendy's, and he said they used to make salads right there fresh in each location. So I think that that is probably showing that a lot of the McDonald's salads and the Chick-fil-A salads were probably commissaried and made off site, and the
Well,
eating
actually,
experience wasn't there.
according to their menu, it does say prepared fresh daily. But also, it's the side salad that's being discontinued. The entree salads remain, and I know those are pretty popular. Anecdotally, I mention it to my kids who are extreme Chick-fil-A fans. They never get the side salad. They do get the entree salad sometimes.
Uh, well,
So,
there you go.
yeah,
Your own in-house market research on Chick-fil-A.
there are very small things where I have some pretty good market research. That's one. And when I heard that Meta was going to be huge in the metaverse, I contacted my teenage daughters and they said, "What? No way, Dad."
No, no, no
So I knew
way.
that one was not going to fly, and it's floundering. That's
Yeah,
outside of produce, but
the kids have gone back to Snapchat. For the marketers in the room who are looking to reach that younger demographic, they got to go back to Snapchat or TikTok.
TikTok,
So,
as long as it's still viable, we'll see.
uh, any kind of, and this is something I spoke about in Nogales last week. The market has proven that that vertical short form video is here to stay for at least now. So if TikTok goes away tomorrow, some other entity will pop up in its stead. I would really be surprised if it wasn't something like Twitter. All of a sudden, hey, guess what? We got video now too.
Yeah, and it looks good
So,
vertically.
speaking of, we need to learn how to do this vertically so that I'm holding my arm out like this. I could get a
Doesn't work
tripod,
with
I
a
guess.
laptop. I'm stuck in my office.
Well, I'm going to let you go for now. So that's it for the Produce Reporter Weekend Review. If you are not getting the Produce Reporter newsletter, you need to go to producebluebook.com and sign up.